Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today's video is a very highly requested one, and it is how I set my hair. I recently got a haircut, so I thought I would do this video, which I've been a little bit I've been really hesitant on filming this video because I'm not a hair expert. It's taken a really long time to even be able to do this hairstyle, so I feel like I'm not good enough to do hair to actually do a tutorial on how to do my hair. But I'm just going to show you guys what I do. It's really simple. It's really not that crazy or anything. So this is what it looks like from the back. You can kind of see it there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get right into it. However, before we start, we're going to have a word from today's sponsor, which is Saint Savoy. So if you don't know Saint Savoy, they make some incredible vintage-inspired shoes, inspired from like the 1920s all the way to the 1950s, and they kind of specialize in like dancewear kind of shoes, but all their shoes can be worn out in like everyday life. And they were kind enough to send me 2 pairs of shoes, so I'm just going to show you guys the ones that they sent me. And I do have a pair of these already that I got last year in like a cream color, but these ones I left in the box so that I could actually show you what it looks like when you first open it up, because it's so nicely packaged to protect your shoes when they're being shipped. So you have the box obviously, and they sent me a little card. So cute. And it even came with this gorgeous pink dust bag to like protect your shoes. And they come in a little plastic bag with all the tissue paper. So this is the Riviera After 8, and it's kind of like this gorgeous green shade, and then it has this little section here with gold, and it is absolutely beautiful. Like I said, I do have a pair of these in a cream color, and it's like the most perfect height for like every day. You can wear these with shorts or dresses or whatever you want, and I feel like this color is so versatile because I can wear it with blue, and I can even wear it with the outfit that I'm wearing right now. I know this is a different green, but I feel like they're kind of in the same color family, so I feel like it kind of works. And these are made in Spain, and the sole of them are made of leather, and you can really smell that leather when you open it up from the bag. So I really love these. They are so stunning. I love all the detail that it has here at the top. I love all these little cutouts at the very top. I think it just adds a little bit of interest and details to the shoe. It does close with a little buckle, and they are incredibly comfortable. Okay, and then the second pair of shoes, I'm so excited for these, and these are the Cinema shoes in the color Milkshake, and these are so cute. Okay, so again, we have the box, and then they have the little card, and then this dust bag is kind of like a beigey color. It's a really nice thick bag though, which I really like. Like, I'm sorry, are you kidding? Look at how gorgeous these are. They're a cream color, and it has this red detail going across the entire front strap and also on the heel. These are so cute. I don't know why these remind me of Allie from The Notebook for some reason. I feel like she would wear shoes like these. I think they are so stunning, and it has these little cutouts here at the top as well in like kind of like a starburst kind of pattern. These are so stunning. It has a little buckle. Again, these are made in Spain, and they also have that leather sole at the bottom. I'm gonna get so much wear out of these in the summertime. I feel like these are gonna go so nicely with dresses or skirts or shorts. I think they're so cute because this heel height is perfect for like day to day. And if you are wondering about sizing, I am a true US 7, and these are a European 38, which is the same as a US 7, and they fit me perfectly, so they are very true to size. I know it's really hard to shop for shoes online, but I am telling you, these are so comfortable, and they are true to size, which is really great, so you don't have to worry about your sizing or anything. But yeah, I'm going to be linking Saint Savoy down in the description box, so make sure you guys check them out. They have an incredible selection of shoes. So thank you so much, Saint Savoy, for sponsoring today's video. I love these shoes. I know I'm going to be getting so much wear out of them because they are just so incredible. Okay, so with that being said, let's get back to the rest of the video. Okay, so you guys know I hate filming with no makeup on, but I'm doing this for you guys. So I just put my pajamas on, and I'm starting out with just freshly washed hair. I use the Monday shampoo and conditioner, the volumizing one. And this is what my natural hair looks like. It is very, very straight. I kind of blow dried it a little bit so that I could film this video, but it looks like this. It's kind of like the length. For this hair, like the things that you're gonna need are 2 different combs, or at least I use 2 different combs. So I have a wide tooth comb and a little rat tail comb. And then the rollers that I use are these sponge rollers. I got them on Amazon. I'm gonna be linking them down below for you guys. They just look like this, and then you like put in your hair, and then you just kind of close it like that. You guys get it. Oh, and then obviously you're gonna need some water, so I just use this little like travel size little spray bottle just because it's easier. So I usually start out with the front part of my hair first. So I will take a section here from the front, and I will just section it off like this, basically from the top to like the top of my ear. I don't like putting water above where like the hole of my ear is. Do you know what I mean? So I like to kind of just put my hand there and I just kind of spray the bottom. I usually do about like 5 sprays. And then I grab the roller and I roll the ends, make sure they're really nice and tucked in. And I don't want to pull my hair, but I also don't want it to be too loose. So I will just roll it all the way to my scalp like that. And that. So that is the first one that I do. And then I like to do the top part. So I will take basically the same length of this all the way to the other ear. And then I just kind of go all the way to my ear. Oh, you're also gonna need a scrunchie. Oh my god. This I just kind of tie back so that it's not in the way. And then I just kind of take like small sections. I don't really have like a set size. I just kind of like look at it and how much hair there is. It's not quite an inch, but it's more than half an inch. So like, I don't know, like 0.75. So then I grab the roller and I put it at the top and I'm rolling the hair back. Can you guys even see me? The hair is rolling this way. So then I'm rolling it like this. And then the hair is kind of going over the roller. Does that make sense? Then I close this there. And I do like to keep these not super tight because it's near my hairline and I don't want the rollers to be super like pulling my hair or anything. So they are still a little bit, there's still a little bit of wiggle room there. So then the next one is the exact same thing. So then I grab this and I like to keep these two about the same size if I can. I'm not that like crazy about like the measurements, to be honest. I do like to keep it like raised up. You know what I mean? Like I don't like to roll it this way. It has to be like straight up. Okay, and then whatever is left over here, I'm gonna do the exact same thing I did on this side. And then I'm gonna let my hair down and I'm going to, usually I'll just grab my fingers and then I'll go like right where like my ear connects to my head. I'll grab it and then I'll just go like this and try to connect both sides and hope that it's a straight line. And I do have a mirror on this corner in my bathroom. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I do have a mirror there, so I use that to be able to see the back of my head. So I'll look at it and see how straight it is. Honestly, not too bad. Sometimes it's a little bit too high on the sides here, so then I'll kind of try to make it even. This bottom hair, I divide it in half. And then this hair, I'm going to do 3 rollers. And I know that seems really excessive because honestly, there's not that much hair here. I feel like there's enough hair to do 2 rollers so that they're even. However, I have tried to do 2 rollers and I don't know if it's just like because of the way that my hair is, like how long this hair is here, that the hair just does not hold. I don't know what it is. I've tried to do it with 2 and it just doesn't work. So I just try to divide them evenly in 3. The hair is going like flat on the roller and rolling this way. So basically this is what it looks like. You have the 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing on this side. This is what it looks like. Okay, then we're going to be moving on to the next section. And then I'm going to be grabbing the rat tail comb. And I'm going to grab the hair from like, I don't know, like a little bit right above where this roller is, just a little bit higher. I'm going to grab here and then just go all the way around. This is what I'm trying to do. Then I'm going to grab the scrunchie and tie this at the top. I'm going to grab a similar sized section, so a little bit under an inch. This kind of, maybe like 2 fingers maybe. And then the exact same thing, the hair is going around this way, under. And just make sure you have all the ends like really nice and tucked in. I'm basically going to do that exact same thing all the way around. I try to keep each roller with the same amount of hair. Sometimes some have a little bit more than others, but I try to keep it as even as I can without taking too long, just because I do this every single day. So, okay, so that row is done. So it looks like this. I try to keep them as straight as I possibly can. Sometimes they kind of tilt a little bit because it's a little bit crowded, but it's fine. Honestly, if it's for like every day, it's I'm not that crazy about it. If I was having like a special event or something, I might take a little bit more time to make sure that they're like super even and straight. But for every day, like the videos that you guys see me, like my hair usually, this is how I'm doing it. So I'm just trying to keep it very like realistic to what I actually do. So then we're gonna go into the last section. So on this side, where I have less hair because my hair is parted to the side, I just kind of bring everything down. So that's going to be 1/2. And then on this side, I grab the rat tail comb and I kind of divide it. I don't really know how to explain it because I just kind of see it and do it, but it's, see where this roller is here? It's like a little bit past that, just a tiny little bit. It makes no sense. I don't know why I do it that way. I just do. And then this is the hair that's at the very top. And then I'm going to grab the comb again, and I'm going to create a line kind of going this way to kind of create the same section that I did at the front, but like another row right behind it. And I don't know why I do this at the very end as opposed to doing it at the beginning, but I don't know, that's just how I do it. So I don't know if you guys can even see another section here. And then for those ones, I'm going to leave to the very end. So I'm just going to put a scrunchie on it. I look crazy. I'm just going to section this side off. And we're going to work on this section. So on this side, I'm doing the exact same thing you guys just saw me do all across my head. But it's just going to go to like half of my head because it's the one side. So I'm just going to grab little small sections again. Okay, and then we're going to be doing this side. And I know this side I always do 3. Again, I don't really know why. I've tried to do 2. Sometimes if I'm in a rush, I will do 2. But for the most part, I do like to do 3 because I feel like it does turn out better. And then last but not least, we have this section here, which like I said, we're going to be doing the exact same thing that I did here at the top. So I'm just going to divide this by 2. And again, these ones are the exact same. So I'm just going to be pulling them up and I'm going to be rolling back this way. And then the final piece. And then sometimes I see like a little hair that I missed, so I have to redo a roller because, or I just tuck it in and just kind of roll it on its own. Okay, so this is what everything looks like. So I have these kind of 4 going in one direction and then the rest of my hair is going in the same direction. So it kind of looks like this. And then this is the back. And then the other side, which looks the same as the other side. I know it's not the neatest placement of rollers. I feel like I've seen some girls do their hair and it's like so perfectly neat. And this is just what I do every day to make it really easy for myself. So that's what it looks like. And obviously I'm not going to bed right now because it's still daylight out. It's about like 7:30-ish. If I am going to be going to bed, I usually just kind of keep my hair like this. And then as soon as I'm getting into bed, I like to use a little silk scarf. So I have this one. So I fold it in a little triangle. So this is a square one. And then I put the long side on the back of my head. So then I have this triangle piece at the top and then these ones on the side. And then I make sure this is covering the rollers back here. And then I bring these ones up and then I tie a little knot in between the rows at the top, making sure that these guys are nice and tucked in. And then I bring this triangle from the front towards the back and then do another knot. And then these little pieces I just tuck on the inside. So then I look like this when I'm going to bed, and that's just going to keep all the rollers really nice and flat so they're not moving around or getting pulled when I'm sleeping or anything. I recently got these pajamas and I really wanted to show them to you guys, but it has a little matching little bed jacket and I just wanted to show you. This is just like a little bonus thing in this video. Like, oh my god, this print is everything. I love robes just in general. So having like a matching pajama with a little robe is so cute to me. Like, are you kidding? It has little pockets here with like a little bit of ruching. It is so cute. Okay, so this is me at nighttime. I'm gonna go to bed and then I will see you guys in the morning so that I can brush out my hair and show you guys how it looks. Hi guys, it is the next day and I am ready to take these rollers down. I like to keep my hair in the rollers for about, I like to do 12 hours, but sometimes it ends up being more like 10 and a half, 11, depending on what I'm doing with the day. I do like to shower right after I eat dinner, and then as soon as I get out of the shower, I do put them in the rollers. So I spend the entire evening with my hair in rollers already, so that kind of adds a little bit of extra time to how long my hair is in the rollers. So anyway, okay, so I'm just gonna start by taking them all down. I'm trying to be really gentle with it, not pull too hard, just to not ruin the curls, obviously. I'm just gonna do a little time lapse of me taking out the rollers because I'm sure this is really boring. And this is what my hair looks like when I take it out of the rollers. It does look really short and bouncy. So then I just kind of like run my fingers through it a little bit just to kind of move the curls around a little bit. And then using my Denman brush, I just like to grab my hair and then I start brushing it down. And I do like to hold my hair up here. I don't go like this because I feel like that just makes it really fuzzy, see? And it also just pulls on my scalp. So I don't like to do that. I kind of grab it from like here, like around my ear, and then I just brush this bottom part. And my hair is really staticky right now because, I don't know, it's like really dry outside. So sometimes the weather honestly makes such a huge difference with how my set turns out. If it's raining outside, it's not going to turn out as nice. If the air pressure is too high or too low, it does affect it for some reason. I don't know, it just creates more static and then it just gets a little bit frizzier. So hopefully this set turns out. And then as I'm brushing, I do like to get the end and brush it around my hand. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing there. And that just kind of makes the bottom part kind of go around. And then when it kind of gets to this stage, I like to grab a little bit of pomade, and I like to use Murray's Hair Glow. I've talked about this a million times on my channel. It is my favorite pomade. And I just grab a little bit on my finger and I warm it up in my hand. And then I just kind of flatten it up at the top and then I run it down the bottom part. I try to put everything into my hair, and then when I'm done, I always have a little bit of like a greasy kind of feeling in my hands because of the pomade, and I just like to wash it off because I don't like having that all over my brush. So I'm gonna wash my hands and then I just continue brushing. Cowlick on the back of my head, and it drives me nuts because the hairs from this side want to go the other way, but then when I put them that way they kind of stick out because they're not supposed to be laying that way. It's so annoying. Then I also grab a little rat tail comb and I like to just go through it to kind of try and flatten out the top part. There's still going to be a little bit more brushing, but when I get to this stage here, I pin my hair back so that I can kind of see how much more brushing I have to do. So I like to use my rat tail comb so that it's really nice and smooth. So I do that, and then I use a bobby pin and pin this like right behind my ear. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing on this side. And then I'm almost done, and this side is a little bit fluffier than I would want it to be, so I'm just going to brush it one more time while it's in the clips. And then I'm going to put the clips in again. I know that doesn't make any sense, but it's just what I do. And this is what it looks like. And my hair does like a little bit too much volume back here. So I like to grab my clips. I keep them in this little box or tin. And I'd like to grab these little duckbill clips, and I just put them all along the entire, basically like a line right above where like the curls start. Okay, and then I'm going to be adding hairspray. However, usually I'm wearing something either vintage or something that I have to hand wash, like this House of Foxy blouse. So I don't want to get hairspray all over it. So I like to grab a bathrobe that I know goes in the washing machine. So I just put this over my outfit just to not get hairspray all over it. So I go like this. And then I'm using, again, the L'Oreal Elnet hairspray, and this is in the Extra Stronghold. I don't think this has a scent. I don't think so. You guys know my whole saga with the L'Oreal Elnet hairspray. There used to be one that actually had a scent that I loved, and I haven't been able to find it, and then I switched to the volume one, and then that one got discontinued. I don't really know. Anyway, so this is the one that I'm using. You can get it at Shoppers or anywhere that really sells hairspray. And then I'm just gonna go to town and just like cover my entire head with hairspray to make sure that this hair does not move. I also really like to add a little bit of like, almost like a bed of a hairspray at the very bottom. That way it kind of all holds its shape as much as possible. So I go like this and then I go like under, like I'm spraying it under almost. And now you see why I put this bathrobe on, because then it gets hairspray all over the collar. And it's fine because this goes in the washing machine, but I don't want to get it in my delicate clothes. And I also don't like to wear jewelry when I put hairspray on because I don't want it to get inside like the chains or like little corners, especially in like lockets and stuff. And then I like to keep these clips in for as much as I possibly can. So for example, if I'm driving somewhere, I don't care if it's in my car, I'll just wear the clips and then take them out whenever I get to my destination. Or if I'm about to have lunch, then I'll keep them on while I have lunch. Or if I'm getting dressed, I keep them on for as long as I possibly can, and then I take them out when I can take them out. I mean, sometimes it ends up being only a few minutes. Sometimes I can leave them on for like an hour. Like, it just kind of depends on the situation, but I feel like having the clips on for a little bit, at least it's better than nothing. So in the meantime, I am gonna go have lunch and I will see you guys when I take out the pins or the clips. Okay, so it has been about 30-40 minutes since I put those clips in my hair, so I'm just gonna take them out really gently and carefully because I feel like sometimes the hair gets caught like at the very start of the clip, so I like to kind of press it and move it as I go. Similar to how you would do with like a curling iron. And this is what my hair looks like on like a day-to-day basis. You guys have seen this a million times in videos. I've been doing my hair like this for a while. And yeah, so let me know what you guys think about how I set my hair. If you have any tips for me, let me know in the comments below, as well as if you do try out this setting pattern, if you post a photo, make sure you tag me on Instagram at Pinglo. And yeah, I think that pretty much wraps up this video. Make sure you guys check out Saint Savoy. It's going to be linked down in the description box. They have some amazing shoes. And don't forget to subscribe, as well as turn on your post notifications so that you don't miss out on any new videos. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!